Good morning, great people. This is Zip, here to have a little morning conversation with you this morning. I hope everyone is doing fantastic, and welcome to Zip Tips, where we talk about crypto. I am your tour guide, so to speak, on this journey that we are going through, and what a phenomenal journey it is. An absolutely exhilarating day yesterday. This whole week has just been so surreal and so many things going on. And we're going to get into some of that this morning. Again, I hope your mindset is locked and loaded. Your spirits are great. And you're buckled in for this roller coaster ride that we're on. But with that, please like, subscribe. I appreciate all the new subscribers, all the comments. Speaking of which, the comments, sometimes I just laugh at them. I think yesterday I was called a few names, and then one of them being a maxi pad. And basically the point was, he was saying I was a maxi, which obviously, if you've listened to these videos, if you've seen my content, I'm not a maxi in anything. I love all crypto. My basis foundational principle is utility crypto. But anyhow, keep commenting. It's fun. Enjoy the conversations. And most of all, be safe. And I'm going to say this every time. Let me turn on my little ticker here. Do not interact with the bots. I can't keep them. I can't delete them fast enough. And just, have fun with them if you want or whatever. But just stay away from them, ignore them, have conversations with real humans, because that's what it's about. With that, let's jump straight into things. Let's look at the markets. I hope, I saw this out here, I hope no one decided to sell, because the markets were had a little bit of a dip yesterday late, even with all the noise and everything. But the markets right now, 105 for Bitcoin, XRP is back up. And if we looked at the 24-hour here, with XRP, we'll see that it did dip a little bit last night. So went down to, looks like about 306 or so. So again, just don't pay attention to the markets. Just keep on keeping on and understand what you hold, no matter what crypto you're in, whether it's Bitcoin, XRP, Hedera, XDC, Flare, whatever. But yeah, XRP is at 318 now. Cardano, a buck even. Stellar at 44 cents. Hedera 34 cents. XDC at 11. And Stronghold is at 1.5 cents still. So again, I do not give financial advice, as you know. However, if I'm going to be invested out on CoinMarketCap, and if you are an American and you have been paying attention to what's going on and what we're going to discuss today, and this video may be a little bit longer because there's so much going on. I want to make sure those of you that are not up to date become up to date and understand what is going on, to give you confidence in what you are invested in. But they out on CoinMarketCap, they have a top made in America tokens, and the reason for that is because of what we've been discussing with the administration that's in and what we saw happen this week. We have a feeling that he's going to support American made technology, crypto, blockchain to be specific. So we see XRP here, Solana, most of the ones I like, Cardano, Hedera. You may want to have some of these, a basket of these if you would. Again, my thesis is I'm diversified across the board. I do not just hold XRP. I do not just hold HBAR. I diversify. That's my plan of action. That may not be your plan of action, and that's okay as long as you have a plan and you stick with it and you understand what you need to do to execute said plan. But what the heck was going on yesterday? There's so much information, and I put it out yesterday, but we can see here that it all started with Trump speaking out to Davos and the WEF when they were out there, and what he had to say again. And this is where I got some feedback. People think that this was AI created. I promise you, nothing I'm putting out there is AI. It's all real information. You can go out to Fox News, you can go to Cointelegraph. But what did he say? What did the President of the United States tell the world yesterday?
Make the United States a manufacturing superpower and the world capital of artificial intelligence and crypto. Make the United States a manufacturing superpower.
Yeah, superpower for both AI and crypto. Folks were speculating that he didn't say crypto and it was made up content, but I promise you it's not. It's out there. This is real world utility stuff going on, and he is 100% behind supporting American technology and crypto, to include, I believe, Bitcoin. And we'll get into that conversation a little bit deeper here in a minute, but absolutely a phenomenal day. And then to go on, what happened a few hours later after that was just as amazing, right? Mr. President Donald Trump passed an executive order to support crypto. And we're going to dig deep into that here in a minute. But if you did not see it, here's what it looked like.
And this, David, is.
This is the crypto. This is the we're going to be forming an internal working group to make America the world, to make America the world, have leadership,
Which is really going up.
Absolutely.
All right, David, that's for you. That's for you. You find them exciting? They might not be exciting, but we're going to make a lot of money for the country.
We're going to make a lot of money for the country. I think we're all going to make a lot of money if you're invested in good, solid crypto. And absolutely an historic a day, euphoric. I mean, where we are going, folks, is uncharted territory. And this is why I said back early in January when I started putting some videos out and trying to build up the channel, the next 6 months is going to be absolutely crazy. This week, I mean, it has been absolutely crazy. And we're not done with the news yet. That was absolutely historic. So hopefully you are aware of that, and you know that an executive EU has been signed to support and strengthen American leadership in digital financial technology. So it's out here on the whitehouse.org site. You can go out and look at it. But the bottom line is that it's supporting crypto. Now, interestingly enough, it also taking measures to protect Americans from the risks of CBDCs, central bank currencies. If you're new to this environment, new to crypto, new to the digital environment, CBDCs have been talked about quite extensively worldwide over the course of the last 4 to 5 years. But again, in this EU, it says, which threaten the stability of the financial system, individual privacy, and the sovereignty of the United States, including by prohibiting the establishment, issuance, circulation, and use of CBDC within the jurisdiction of the United States. So no CBDC for the United States of America. And again, some of the issue behind that was a privacy and social engineering, so to speak, and how other governments may tend to use CBDCs and cut you off for money, which we've seen over the course of the last few years, some instances of that. But again, this isn't a political channel. It's a crypto channel. That's a whole nother conversation. But the EU basically establishes protecting and promoting the ability of individual citizens and private sector entities alike to access and use for lawful purposes open public blockchain networks without persecution including the ability to develop and deploy software, to participate in mining and validating, to transact with other persons without unlawful censorship, and maintain self-custody of our digital assets, which I absolutely hope you guys are doing. Get that stuff off of the exchanges, your assets off the exchanges, put them on your your hardware wallets, your web wallets, whatever the case may be. If you don't know how to do that, drop a comment. If I see it, I'll definitely lead you into position. I'm not going to tell you what to do, but I'll lead you into position and to secure your assets, because we want them safe so we can keep them away from the scammers and off the exchanges and just protect it so it's in your custody. But an absolutely phenomenal day. Executive order. Again, we wanted this on day one, but it was even better on day 3 of his presidency. So we have it, and now things are moving. Now let's take a listen to David Sachs, which is President Trump's crypto czar, and let's hear what he had to say in an interview right after the CU was signed.
The president says is the man. David, thank you for joining us, first of all. Second of all, is this promises made, promises kept? Because Donald Trump said on July 27th that he would stop federal agencies from targeting the crypto industry. He made good on that promise today, right?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, President Trump campaigned to be the first crypto president. He gave a now famous speech in Nashville where he described how he was going to change the regulatory environment for crypto. And he has now acted on that promise. He signed this executive order today. He's directed our working group to produce a regulatory framework that's going to encourage innovation in crypto in the United States, keeping the industry onshore rather than driving it offshore, which is what was happening under the Biden administration.
I want to get to that framework in just a second. First, the executive order halts what President Trump calls aggressive enforcement actions and overreach. What is he talking about there?
Yeah, well, Edward, for the last 4 years, the Biden administration has basically prosecuted and persecuted crypto companies, really driving them offshore. I've heard so many outrageous stories by founders, by entrepreneurs. The Biden administration would not tell them what the rules of the road were, and they would then get prosecuted. And what the industry wants more than anything else is regulatory clarity. They're saying, just tell us what the rules are, we will abide by them. And the Biden administration would never do that. And because of that, all the innovation was basically moving offshore, and America was about to lose this technology of the future. And we want that innovation happening.
And that is exactly what is happening, ladies and gentlemen. That innovation is moving back to America, and the regulatory guidance is being established. Absolutely phenomenal, which leads me to this. More news. If you thought that was it and we were done, sorry, we're not. Again, more great news. Hester Pierce, who is an SEC commissioner and has always been supportive of crypto and digital technologies, has basically, yesterday they met. Remember, we talked about the sunset meeting that they were having. And yeah, they got rid of SAB21, which means basically, in a nutshell, banks are now able to evaluate and custody cryptocurrencies. And it's out here on the, if you want to read the whole bulletin, it's here. It's been rescinded. Basically, the Staff Accounting Bulletin, SAB, that's what SAB stands for, rescinds the interpretive guidance included in Section FF of Topic 5 in the Staff Accounting Bulletin, entitled Accounting for Obligations to Safeguard Crypto Assets an Entity Holds for Its Platform Users. It's gone, and we don't even have our new SEC chair in yet. Folks, things are moving at breakneck speeds. Buckle up, because it's coming fast. Absolutely fun, exciting, but SAB 121 is gone as well. And yep, what else do we have going on? So again, with anything, there's always controversy, I guess I would call it. And it's really a shame that we just can't all come together. And this is part why I want to talk about this. I'm not a maxi. I love XRP. I love HBAR. I like Bitcoin, love Bitcoin, whatever. All boats rise. And Brad Garlinghouse has stated that numerous times. But we had Pierre Rochard, who is a maxi, we'll call him, but basically pretty much throwing a jab out there against Ripple. The biggest obstacle for strategic Bitcoin reserve is not the Fed, Treasury, banks, or Elizabeth Warren. It's Ripple and XRP. So again, if you are a maxi and a BTC maxi, they want the pinnacle, and the only thing to win, so to speak, is Bitcoin. If you know the history of Bitcoin, it started off as not wanting to have any incorporation with large governments or entities or anything else. Well, they've changed course because obviously large entities, banks, governments, and such governments do own Bitcoin. And XRP was called the banker's coin. Well, anyhow, Brad Garlinghouse fired back and said, unless you are choosing to ignore the core tenets of the POTUS campaign, which aggressively supports American companies and technologies, our efforts are actually increasing the likelihood of a crypto strategic reserve, which includes Bitcoin happening. Again, all inclusive. We're not trying to be exclusive. We want to be inclusive and include everything. Again, as Brad has said 1,000 times, all boats rise. So anyhow, it is what it is, but you just keep your mindset straight and keep on moving on. And again, David Schwartz out there had the same thing to say. Basically, we can fight each other, or we can align against those who think people shouldn't be allowed to make their own choices. Do we want to repeat the mistake that got us into the mess Trump's getting us out of? We know what we've been through for the last 4 years and more. So there's that. And then Kathy Wood again had some things to say. She was talking in respect to the Trump meme coin, but let's take a listen here. I think it's at this point here of what she's saying and what is going on in the tide of change that is happening right before our eyes.
For this coin, except that it is a meme coin of President Trump himself. In the early days of really, I think he's ushering in the next phase of the crypto revolution.
Well, Kathy, with all that in mind, would you?
The next phase of a revolution. The revolution is upon us, and you are part of it. Congratulations again. Things are moving very, very quickly, and just exciting times for sure. Now, little speculation here, because that's what we do. We speculate and try to stay above board as much as possible. But the Wolf of Wall Street's out here made an interesting comment. Strong rumor, don't shoot the messenger, but hearing it through reliable channels. I don't know what his reliable channels are, but anyhow, let's talk about it because it's fun. Drop your comments out there. Tell me what you guys think. The strategic stockpile they are discussing is BTC and XRP. This is not a joke. We will see. And yes, we will see what the strategic stockpile that has been in conversation that David Sachs went in to talk about in that video. If I had played it longer, and you go out there on X and listen to it, or go into Fox News. But the strategic stockpile, they think, is BTC and XRP, and probably going to be some other ones, in my opinion. But man, we have been talking about this for years and years, and it is again surreal that this is in front of us at this point. And absolutely exhilarating and exciting. What else happened yesterday? It came out. Senator Cynthia Lummis, who has always been an advocate of digital currencies, more so Bitcoin advocate. But what did she have to state out there? The Senate Banking Digital Asset Subcommittee will not is thinking about it, will pass legislation promoting responsible innovation and consumer protection, eradicate Operation Choke Point 2.0, make America the Bitcoin and digital asset capital of the world. You heard the and there, right? Digital asset capital. Folks, that's the stuff that we own. That's your XRP, that's your HBAR, that's your Solana, whatever your coin is of choice. Absolutely awesome things going on. And then let's listen to this lastly to kind of close things out and wrap everything out. The big money is coming, and you know, Larry Fink is at Davos screaming pretty much. But if you cannot see the writing on the wall and where things are going, let's have a listen to this.
You know, as a huge believer of crypto and blockchain and tokenization, I mean, I want the SEC to rapidly approve the tokenization of bonds and stocks. That will simplify things, make things easier. Some of the tax on BlackRock would never have to vote on a proxy vote anymore because every owner of record would be notified through a tokenization of equities. And it would save more money for more people.
The tokenization of bonds and securities. Your financial system, your economic system, it is all changing before our eyes. Absolutely changing. And this part of what this channel is about. It's not about me. It's about the community and getting the word out, because we are still a very, very small faction. Tell your friends, tell your family, try to get them involved as much as possible as the ETFs come on board, which is probably going to be the next triggers to drop outside of the Ripple SEC case being dropped. But we'll get into some news about that on Sunday as we speculate on Sundays. But anyhow, tell your friends, tell your family, get them excited, stay enthusiastic, understand what you hold so we can all spend time together on the beaches of the world. And I believe that is coming sooner than later. But with that, you guys have an absolutely phenomenal weekend. I am going to try to do the Sunday speculation. I will do trying to do a live. There's some technical things I got to work out. And again, I thank all the subscribers, listeners, the comments. I'm learning as I'm going and just trying to get the information out as fast as I can. And with that, you guys be safe, be smart, and keep that mindset locked. Until next time, Zip is out.